guys, I'm gonna try and make this short because this is now my third attempt. My first two attempts were with the doors open because it's so beautifully warm, but there were just far too many distractions. The kids kept coming in, the dog kept coming in, squeaking toys, etc. So the doors are now shut, but it's going to get increasingly hotter as the video goes on. So if you see me start to melt, that's the reason why. So I'm here to tell you about what you're going to need to gather ready for Monday's embroidery stitch along. So we are going to be working on this little beauty. And if you haven't already got the kit, then the things that you're going to need to gather are the following: a 4-inch embroidery hoop or a 5-inch. So it fits perfectly into the 4-inch hoop, but if you've got a 5 hanging around and you haven't got a 4, then rather than going out and getting another one, it will work in a 5-inch hoop. And it just won't fill up quite as much of the space, but it will still look lovely and it will still work. So that will save you going to get one if you did just want to do it on that. Then you will need a piece of lightweight cotton. So I've got calico, natural undyed cotton, but any lightweight, light coloured cotton would be great. And then you'll want some embroidery thread. So I have gone for shades 300 and 400 of DMC stranded embroidery thread. Though I chose those shades because this is inspired by henna for me. So I've chosen henna shades, but you can choose any contrasting colour to your backing fabric. It will work fine. And I recommend DMC because of the ease of use. It's nice and smooth, doesn't tangle as much. You will need a pair of scissors for snipping your thread. You will need a needle. So I would get, if you're going to buy a pack of size 3 to 9 will give you what you need, and they look like this. If you're just going to go with something that you've got in your sewing kit, then they want to be around this sort of size, and you want a relatively good size eye on the needle. So these crewels have quite a long eye on the needle, which helps to get your to thread your embroidery thread through. I'm going to come onto the template in a moment, but for tracing your template onto your fabric, you're going to need either a soft pencil, so a 3B is perfect, not a normal pencil. So a normal HB pencil is too hard lead, and it means that you have to it drags the fabric, so it skews what you've drawn. So a soft pencil 3B is perfect, or a one of these Pilot friction ball pens. So the idea with these is just that you can write on paper with them and rub them out at the end. So they're just a normal piece of stationery that you'll get in WH Smith's and Wilkinson's, places like that. So I've seen them all over the place, but they're brilliant for working with fabric because you can use them on the fabric and then use an iron or a hairdryer, any sort of heat source, to get rid of the lines after you're done. So say you finish your embroidery piece, but some of your lines are still showing through because you didn't keep exactly to them, and that happens to me lots. Sometimes it works better for the pattern if you move things. You can then remove those lines with heat after you've finished. So either one of those or a soft 3B pencil. I would recommend having a needle threader to hand because although I don't use one, I have found when I've taught workshops, for those people who are new to embroidery, it can really hold you back trying to get your needle threaded. Can take quite a while, so having one of these can help to keep things moving along for you. So those are all of the things that you'll need, as well as the template. So the template is going to be available on the Raise Room Crafters Facebook group today, and I'll share it on the event as well. It's going to be available in PDF format and in JPEG. You'll need to print it out full size, so it's A4. You need to print it in A4 so that the size of the mandala comes out right for your hoop, to fit into your hoop. So once you've printed it, just double check that it fits into your hoop. And when you do print it, just make sure that you print it on A4, in full size. Don't adjust the size of it at all. So those are all the things that you're going to need to gather before Monday. If you don't want to have to gather those bits and bobs before Monday, you can get all of these bits plus some really lovely bonuses in there as well. For example, the template to do this one, you get a needle minder, a handmade raise room needle minder for keeping your needle safe when you're not working, some tea and bickies, yeah, so a few other little added extras in the kit for you. So if you did want to get your hands on the kit, just to mention now at this point, I am down to really limited numbers, and we are cutting it fine for getting it to you in the post. So if you did want one, let me know as soon as possible. Pop your request in the comments and I'll give you all of the information about how to get your hands on the kit. If it's by post, we are cutting it fine. It might not reach you by Monday, but the great thing with this stitch along is that all the videos are going to be available going forward. So if you don't get your kit until, say, Wednesday, you can just go back to day one video and start from there. Plenty of time for collection. So if you're in the BS15 area, if you're local to the BS15 area, you can come and collect from me for free, so without having to pay postage, between now and Monday. But yeah, when you can collect it and when I can get it into the post just depends on my limited supplies, whether I can get any more in time to get it out for you. So let me know as soon as possible if you do want to get your hands on the kit. But those are all of the things otherwise that you're going to need for the stitch along. So yeah, I think that's everything. So other than that, I'll look forward to seeing you on Monday for the stitch along. Let me know if you've got any questions and I'll see you soon.